And thank you all very much for coming back again to the Cherno Journo interviews. This one here is with Hydra and it's set in the beautiful ruined church of I am the Cherno Journo, a member of the Chernarus Free Press. I will not fire. So this story that Hydra has is about betrayal. Now it's not his first betrayal, but it's definitely his favourite betrayal. Let me tell you, this story that he has to tell us today is an absolute doozy. I first read it on the DayZ forums, and when I read it, I said I have to interview this guy no matter what. So it took a lot of messaging back and forth. We had to agree upon a location and time, and Hydra was very concerned about security. So he had his own protection for this interview, which is fair enough. It was about betrayal, and I think maybe he suspected that I was one of the persons he betrayed who was about to extract revenge. Of course I'm not, but I had to make him feel safe. So Hydra, we're here at the ruined church of Kumyrna, and I'm here to record the story of your favourite betrayal.
My favorite betrayal would probably have to do with one that happened about a month and a half ago. Basically, after a day of fighting in Electro, having fun there, helping people, killing people, getting shot, getting killed, all that fun stuff, I die and I spawn back in Kemenka, City of Death. Upon spawning in Kemenka, I came across a group of 7 people, very, very high value. They had camo skin, ghillie suits, Mark 48s, all that fun stuff. And they offered everybody that spawned there a ride back to their camp and free equipment, weapons, food, all that fun stuff. Of course I say yes, and basically we just drive about 11 kilometers up. I think it was somewhere around Misty Peaks, and when we got there we found that they had a huge ass tent city going up. Hundreds of tents, definitely. Well, basically hundreds of tents. They tell me take what I need. So basically I take an AS-50 and the big kicker, a single satchel charge. About 30 minutes of rolling around in camp, singing songs, telling stories, all that fun stuff. We gather around a fireplace because one of the guys needs to take a screenshot for their clan or something like that. So we gather around the fireplace. Everybody's kicking up poses, all that stuff. I say, guys, let me cook some meat real quick. They say, okay. I go up to the fireplace and I set down the satchel charge. They believe I'm just cooking meat. They should have noticed that there's no sound of the delicious meat. Satchel charge placed. I say, I'm going to sprint off up into the fucking bushes just for a few minutes. They say, hurry the fuck up. We gotta take some screenshots. Off in the distance I scream over direct chat, no more tears, only dreams, and I touch off the satchel charge. Killing most of them instantly. I believe the guy that he was streaming at the time, streaming, recording, something like that at the time. He was still alive, and he was watching me basically tear apart their tent village and all that shit. I got into their UAZ, and I ran over every single one of their tents. After taking up all the tents, I used my AS-50 to destroy all their vehicles. Except for their beautiful little Huey. I get into the Huey helicopter and I fly away as the little man bleeds to death staring at me flying away.
Wow, Hydra. Just wow. Now obviously these guys helped you as a fresh spawn, so why did you feel the need to then betray them?
Well, they were obviously dupers with their tent city and all that stuff. I don't really give a shit about that, but mostly it was because of the blood. The opportunity presented itself. I needed to do it.
So any remorse at all for the betrayal?
Remorse? Not a chance.
What about you, Hydra? Have you ever been on the other side? Have you ever been betrayed by another player in DayZ?
Oh, I've been betrayed by a couple of people. I've actually gotten ran over by a dude with an ATV. It was a random person I had been playing with for a few hours. He had basically said, hey, I found an ATV, come out into the road. Unwittingly, I came out into the road and, well, basically he ran me over with an ATV. All was fine. I was hundreds of feet in the air. Ran over a bridge and died later on, but I don't really care about it. All I lost was an AK.
So when the betrayal was on the other foot, how did you feel at that point?
It bothered me for a little bit, but then I heard that he basically tried to go over a bridge and he died instantly. And we let bygones be bygones. We played together again, and then I broke his legs and left him all the way out in Misty Peaks.
So you got your revenge?
Indeed I did. Probably used the respawn button. Still, it's the thought that counts.
Well, Hydra, this has been very enlightening. Thank you very much for that. This is the Cherno Journo. Out. So, as I was wrapping up this interview, I speak to Hydra a little bit about his Overwatch, because he insisted on having an Overwatch for this, which is fair enough. I'm not concerned about that, but I was very curious on how the Overwatch would actually manage to get a shot off if I decided to do something wrong, considering the church was surrounding us completely. And, of course, I should have realised during the interview that Hydra had a little surprise in store for me, just in case I decided at any point to betray him. And so now he went and showed me what his little surprise really was.
Oh yeah, I can. Let's see over here. It's still here. It's right here. He's set up to that right now.
Satchel charge. Why am I not surprised, Hydra?
Yes, that's a satchel charge. There are a few of those around here.
Have we got others set up around here as well, then? Is that what the plan was? If I do something wrong, boom! Yeah, it's a good idea, that's for sure. It definitely would have been effective.
Very good. Now, let's all just run out of here because I think he wants to destroy them.
Yeah, we'll certainly give this interview a great ending, that's for sure. Let's go.
Alright. Roddy, touch it off. That wasn't very impressive, was it?
Yeah, not really, but I suppose it is already ruined. Can't really blow up what's already broken.
Yes, everybody destroy the ruined church. You may have thought that it was a ruined church before, but look at all the damage I just did just now. Watch out, priest zombie. I shot him in the balls for you.
Damn, that gun is loud.
Great, we have more company.
So as I wrap up the interview here with just a little bit of Z killing action, because that 50 cal did attract almost every single Z to us, I've just, pondered the fact that a lot of the stories that I've covered in the Cherno Journo interviews have really been on the negative side of DayZ, the murders and the betrayals. And they make interesting viewing and definitely interesting stories to tell, but I'm looking now for some of the good guy stories. The bandits turned heroes, the guys you've met up with who didn't kill you on sight, and just a great experience that you've had in DayZ. So if you've got any stories, my contact details are there, please let me know. This is the Cherno Journo. Out.